All the consumer reports and mechanics just say the same thing: buy a Toyota. And while it is founded in some truth, and there's a lot of reliable Toyotas out there, there's also a lot of other vehicles that are reliable, easy to own, easy to fix, and cost friendly to do all three. So I'm going to give my opinion of the top 10 as a mechanic that are under 10K, can last up to 250, 300,000, and are honestly affordable to do so. I'm going to base this off of three main categories, so let's get into it. All right, the first category, and arguably the most important, is going to be cost. How much on average does it cost to maintain, repair, and keep this vehicle going on an annual basis? All right, category number two, and honestly just as big, especially as a mechanic, is going to be reliability. How often do we see these cars come into the shop? A, how long do they stay in the shop? And how hard is it to fix them? Like, are they reliable? Is the design good? Are they coming into the shop because they all have the same issue? Are they coming into the shop because they're all making it to 300,000? What is the reason? And as a mechanic, do I see them a lot? The final category I'm going to base this off of is longevity. How long do these cars last on average before they end up in the scrapyard or the junkyard or just break down on the side of the road, never to be fixed again? So, but without further ado, let's get into it. Let's get into number 10, and we're going to go 10 through 1. I'm going to give my review. Number 10 is going to be the 2005 to 2007 Ford F-150 4.6 liter. So, this is a love it or hate it truck, but they do last for a very long time. The bodies end up rusting out generally a lot faster than the motors or the transmissions give out on them. The average cost is about $6,000 to $10,000 per year, depending on the state that you live in. Average repair cost, it's moderate. That's why this vehicle is so high on this list. These are actually very reliable trucks. The engines are super reliable. Most mechanics like these trucks. They're a little bit more expensive to repair. They're about $1,000 to $2,000 average repair cost. You got to weigh that in when you're talking about a reliable vehicle. I mean, the cost of the truck itself, $6,000 to $10,000 plus $1,000 to $2,000 a year on repair is going to put you at right about $10,000 in about 2 years of owning that truck. So it's really not a bad deal, especially if you only have to repair it once a year, twice a year, and it lasts for the next 10 years. All right, so number 9 is going to be another truck. It's actually one of my favorites. I have a personal love for these trucks, but it's the 2000 to 2006 Chevy Silverado, the 5.3. It is a great, great platform, the GMT 800. It is absolutely amazing. It runs great. They're not that expensive. You can pick them up from anywhere around $5,000 to $9,000. They're honestly getting more expensive with time because people love them and they're getting older. There's less of them on the roads. They're pretty much about the same average repair cost as the Fords. You can expect to spend about $1,000 to $2,000 per year on maintaining it and keeping it on the road, which in my opinion is a very, very worth it price, especially if it's going to last the next 5 to 10 years. This one is another one I would have put higher on the list, but the common problem on these is that the frames just don't last as long as the truck. They have a pretty bad problem in my state, especially the cross member that goes above the gas tank likes to rust out, and then you lose all structural support up there, as well as the frames that run the sides. Water has a path to get inside of them easily, and it rusts out the sides, and you lose structure. So I would put these trucks higher on the list because they do make it to 250, 300,000 all the time, but they also do rust out and become totally unusable all the time. It's a Ford fucking Ranger. I'm just saying, I really like Ford Rangers, especially the 2.3 liter manuals, 2010 to 2011. They're really, really good trucks. I enjoy them a lot. I don't like doing timing chains on them, so if you have to do chains, they kind of suck. But realistically, for what the truck is, it is a workhorse. They're not the strongest. I mean, it's only got a 2.3 liter in it, but if you're looking for a small size truck that gets decent gas mileage and is going to run forever, it is the Ford Ranger. I mean, there's a lot of models that run really good. Some of them have oil consumption issues. Some of them have head gasket issues. This one doesn't really have either of those issues. It's a really, really solid work truck and has kind of the filtered out issues from the past generation and also just before the issues from the new generation. So it's a really good truck in between those and a really hot pickup. Cost for one on the used car market today is around $7,000 to $11,000. They're really a nice truck for what they are. They're in high demand. They're not powerful, like I said, but it's a good A to B truck, especially if you like Fords and like something that's easy to fix and you don't have to fix that often. Repairs are pretty cheap on it. Parts are widely available for it. So highly recommend. That's why they're on the list. Ford Ranger number 8. All right, number 7 might catch me some flack, but do your research. This is actually a really good car, and you'll understand the reason. It's the 2005 to 2008 Pontiac Vibe. And if you know, you know, it's actually pretty much just a Toyota built on a Pontiac frame, but the 1.8 liter Pontiac Vibe, it is an amazing car. They last forever. It's one of the last runs of the actual type of the Pontiac Vibe, but it really does last forever. And they stole the entire powertrain and drivetrain from Toyota and slapped a Pontiac emblem on it. And it really is a good car. You can easily reach over 250,000 miles, and the cost, I mean, they're pretty cheap. You can get them from 4 to 7,000. The bodies on them rust out. They're not the greatest looking cars, so they're not always the most desirable. But if you want just a car that's going to run forever, that is your car. It is going to run forever. It gets very, very good gas mileage. It's very cheap to maintain and fix, as you have Pontiac parts for it, which are kind of coming out, but you also have a full line of Toyota parts for it. So, highly recommend Pontiac Vibe number 7. For number 6, I really wanted to put it higher on the list, and I almost did. The only reason I didn't is the same reason I didn't for the Chevys, Silverados. The frames rust out, especially in my estate. I've actually owned 2 of these in my lifetime. My grandma owned one before I ever even had vehicles, had it for 18 years. My wife had one for a couple of years. I've seen them last forever. It is the 1995 to 1999 Jeep Cherokee XJ. Those things are amazing. The 4.0 is bulletproof. It is one of the best motors Chrysler has ever put out in their entire life. I love them. I'm a fanboy for them. The crawling community, the rock crawling community absolutely loves them. The trail community loves them. They're an amazing wheelbase, amazing motor. They're really, for what they are, they're great. And I should have put them higher on this list, but I've seen frames on those go out at 150K, 180K. And I do live in a really heavy salt state, heavy weather state. So frames tend to go out faster in my state than they would other places, especially if people aren't putting undercoating and taking care of it the way that they should. But if you can keep the frame on that vehicle nice, that motor will run the 300, 400,000 every time. It is so nice. You keep up with general preventative maintenance, your oil changes, and it will take care of you forever. Parts for it, very, very cheap. They're still widely available because they were a very popular vehicle for many years that they shared the same parts of. So it's a very highly recommended vehicle. It's kind of still sought after, so they're a little bit more expensive. Anything with the Jeep name really carries its name if it's a Wrangler or a Cherokee. You could still pick one up, and realistically, I mean, average repair cost, you're looking at $800 to maybe $1,200 if you have to fix it yearly. I mean, realistically, you're going to have to bring that into the shop once a year. If you're doing your own oil changes, if you're not, you're going to have to bring it in, for your normal service intervals. But besides that, you're going to have to keep up on the suspension, and that motor is going to take care of you. All right, so number 5 is going to be the same vehicle, 2 different packages. It's the Buick Lucerne. They're really, really good vehicles. There's a lot of different years of them that are very reliable. There's 2 standout years. The 3800 is obviously the biggest standout year for reliability. It's not the greatest transmission, and it's got some actual, different problems as far as suspension and your body problems. But the motor on that thing is amazing. It lasts forever. And then the year that came after that would be the 3.9 liter. Not as good of an engine, a little bit more power, a lot better transmission and drivetrain. So they're both very reliable. They're both decently low repair costs, and they have their own issues that you can kind of expect and plan for, take care of, do transmission services, do really, really good on your oil intervals, make sure you're using good synthetic oil, those type of things, and actually take care of those issues. But the 3800, I mean, just about in every vehicle it's been in, it lasts. It's a great engine. It's also, besides the 4.0, known as one of the most bulletproof engines, one of those engines that just lasts. An average vehicle cost on the used market, you're looking at like 4,000 to 8,000, depending on the model you pick and depending on how nice it is. But the vehicles, they do hold their value. The newer ones have slightly nicer interiors, and they're more of like a comfort sedan, whereas the 3800s are a little bit older. They're still comfortable, but your engine is obviously going to last a lot longer. Your repairs, I mean, the parts are very plentiful. They don't break that often. You can expect to spend $600 to around $1,000 per year on repairing and maintaining that vehicle. All right, for number 4 is 2 vehicles I'm actually not the biggest fan of. I don't like the body styles. I think they're kind of ugly. I know that they have their fans. They have an entire fandom for them, the Honda CRVs and the Honda Accords. They really are reliable vehicles. They're great for what they are. They're great costs. They are easily repairable. Parts are plentiful. They're cheap to repair. They're a good vehicle. I'm just not the biggest fan of them. But the model that I recommend is the 2.4 liter for either of them. It really is, it's good. I mean, you can get it in either model. It's the 2009 Honda CRV or 2004 to 2007 Honda Accord, in my opinion, are some of the most reliable ones of the entire families of Accords and CRVs. But if you get one, anything really before 2018, it's a great car. They are very reliable. Honda did it right. They make good vehicles. They're same with Toyota. They're neck and neck par for reliable vehicles. That's kind of why I lump them together. So it's not just top three Honda, top three Toyota. There is another Toyota, and we'll get into that one next. All right, so like I said, I don't want this to be a Toyota fest, and I don't want the top three to be dominated by Toyota. So number three, I'm going to lump my top three favorite Toyotas for reliability and cost. That is going to be the Camry, the Corolla, and the RAV4. I really like those vehicles. I had a Corolla when I was a kid, or my mom did. It's super reliable. The models that I recommend are the best models for reliability and repair costs are going to be 2004 to 2006 Toyota Camry 3.6 liter is super, super reliable. You cannot go wrong with a Camry, especially that model and generation. They last on average to 250, 300,000, and to have a vehicle average that long means a lot of them are lasting longer than that. So they're really, really good. You can repair them easily and for $600 to $1,000 per year. Highly recommend. For the Corolla, I've always been a fan of the 2008 1.8 liter model. It's not the most updated, newer interior. It's kind of like the normal you'd find from the 2000s, 2010s. But the 1.8 liter, while it doesn't have a lot of power, is super, super gas efficient. You get 30 to 40 miles to the gallon and very reliable as far as longevity. It won't leave you stranded on the side of the road, and it will last a very, very long time if you take care of it. Then for the RAV4, there's a lot of good RAV4s. I do like the RAV4s. They are probably one of my favorite vehicles. I like the way they look. I like the Toyota Tundras and the Tacomas as well. There's a lot of reliable ones in that family. But the 2009 RAV4 2.5 liter is probably my absolute favorite. It really lasts the longest. It is easy to repair, and honestly, they're fun to drive. They have a little bit of power. They're peppy. They're not fast. Don't get me wrong. They have acceleration. They don't have top speed, but they last for a long time, and they get just about as good a gas mileage as the Toyota Corolla and the Camry. So number two is going to be the same engine that was farther up on the list, but it got rid of the rust problem. It is the 2006 to 2011 Ford Crown Victoria, them big boat cop cars. They're loved for a reason. They were cop cars for a reason. They're super, super great cars. They have a great suspension. They're comfortable. They're fast. The engine lasts forever. The 4.6 liter, it really is a great engine. It's great in the trucks and the F-150s, and it's really good in the cars, and it makes for a very fast car. Especially, I mean, those things are boats on wheels. They're big cars, but having that big V8 in it makes it very, very quick, makes it a lot of fun to drive. They don't get the best gas mileage, but the engine lasts for a very long time if you take care of it. They're a little bit more expensive to repair than some of the other compact cars that were on this list at like a 1,100 to 1,800 average repair cost. They're about the same for buying one on the used market. You could get one for $6,000 to about $12,000 for a nice one. So if that's something that you're interested in, you want a little bit more power, a little bit less gas mileage, same reliability, the Crown Victoria really is a good option. I think they're cool. I like them. They're fast. They're the old cop cars. They've been in a lot of movies. They're world known. So very, very popular car. All right, number one, before I get into it, I want to give an honorable mention for something that hasn't been on the list, and that's the Subaru H6 motor. I almost put it on here because it is super reliable. The problem that I have with Subarus is that they do require a fair amount of proper maintenance. If you are not taking the time to maintain your engine, you're not going to get any sort of longevity. And while that is mostly true for some of these, or most of these vehicles, I would put in contest the 4.0 or the 3800. Those things don't need very good maintenance and they will still last forever. Whereas the Subaru H6, it's a very, very good motor. I'm not going to say that it's not. They are bulletproof and you can get them up to 400, 500,000. So if you're a Subaru lover, don't hate me for making this video. I like Subarus as well. I just think that that's for a more mechanical group of people. Anyway, my number one vehicle that is the most reliable, under 10K, cheapest to fix, cheapest to keep, and my best recommendation if you said I want a vehicle that's easy to fix, easy to maintain, cheap to fix, cheap to maintain, cheap to buy, and it's going to last forever, is the 1999 Honda Civic 1.6 liter. The thing's crazy, crazy reliable. It's been touted on so many articles, so many magazines. Mechanics love it. I've actually only ever worked on two that have come into the shop in my 6 years as a technician. I work in an independent repair shop, so I work on just about everything. They're an extremely reliable vehicle. I love them. They've been used as a base to get a lot of power from different tuners. They're a really cool car. I like the Honda Civics. They're fun to drive, especially the manuals. The single overhead cam, I am a bigger preferential to the single overhead cam versus the dual, just because the dual introduced some problems that weren't there before. But the dual did offer more power, more fuel efficiency. So if those are some things that you're interested in, the dual in the 2000s especially did offer those. But number one is got to be the Honda Civic. They are widely renowned as the most reliable vehicle, and as a mechanic, I 100% agree. If you guys enjoyed this video, thank you so much for watching all the way through. Please hit like, please hit subscribe, drop a comment if you agree, if you disagree, if you think I missed something, if you think I got them all right, let me know. Thanks.